is pain in the lower abdomen past 2 hours. So what could be the cause for the pain? Her EDD is 26 of this month. Her complaints pain in the lower abdomen past 2 hours. What could be the causes for pain?
Fetal movements, or maybe she's going into a stage of labor, nearing delivery. Sharath, I'm audible, right?
Yeah. Could you increase your voice? Increase your loudness.
Oh. Yeah, since her delivery date is nearing, maybe because of that.
Oh, Ria, 1 minute wait, please. 1 minute, please wait. இல்ல 1 minute. ஒரு நிமிஷம் ப்ளூடூத் மட்டும் எப்படி கனெக்ட் பண்றது?
ப்ளூடூத் கனெக்ட் பண்றோம்.
அது போகும். JBL 100 WTS. இல்ல நம்ம லாஸ்ட் இயர் நல்லாவே கேட்டுட்டு லாஸ்ட் வீக் இந்த இன்னைக்கு தான் என்னன்னு தெரியல வாய்ஸ்
நீ ஃபர்ஸ்ட் preliminary நீ செக் பண்ணிக்கணும் சார். Is it okay?
நீங்க ஒரு 1 வீக் அலைன் பண்ணி நீங்க சப்போஸ் இங்க ஸ்பீக்கர் எங்க இருக்கோ அதுக்கு
வச்சுக்கலாமா? வச்சு பாருங்க. ப்ளூடூத்னா இல்ல ப்ளூடூத் வச்சு வருதா?
அதான் மேம் ஆட் டிவைஸ்
அது இன்ஸ்டால் ஆகிடும்.
ஓகே மேம் ஷூர். அது கனெக்ட் பண்ண இதுதான். இல்ல நான் இதான் ஒன்று நான் யூஸ் பண்ணிக்கிறேன்.
கான்டாக்ட் சார் பாருங்க.
கனெக்ட் கூட ட்ரபிள் ஷூட்டிங் அதெல்லாம் கிடையாது.
கான்டாக்ட் நினைக்கிறேன்
கனெக்ட் ஆயிடுச்சு.
யூஸ் பண்ணி பாருங்க.
ஹலோ
Yes, Sharath.
ஓகே கனெக்ட் ஆயிருக்கா? இல்ல
இந்த ஸ்பீக்கர் கிட்ட மைக் வைப்பா. இத வச்சுல மைக் வைப்பா.
ஓகே
பார்க்கலாம்.
ஓகே
இப்ப ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ண மாதிரியே பண்ணுங்கம்மா.
அவ பேசுறது எனக்கு கேட்கணும் இல்லையா? I am asking for sense. I don't know how. This is not a theory class. I am asking for sense. Her reply is not audible to me.
பேச சொல்லுப்பா அவள.
Ria, could you speak now? Hello.
Hello, am I audible now? Hello.
Yeah, you are audible now.
இது எங்க where to keep this one?
Speak, yeah.
Hello, am I audible?
Yeah. Continue.
Yes.
Continue speaking.
Hello.
Yeah, continue, doctor.
இல்ல now you start from beginning.
Okay.
Okay.
Reshma, 28-year-old woman coming from the region of Chennai, as the chief complaints of.
Is he audible?
Am I audible, Ria?
Yes, you are audible very clearly.
Okay, fine. As chief complaints of 9 months of amenorrhea and pain in abdomen since 2 hours. So, last menstrual period was 19/9/2020, and the expected delivery date is 26/6/2021. History of presenting illness: the patient has an obstetric score of Gravida 2, Para 1, Live 1, and abortion 0. Patient presents with pain in abdomen since 2 hours. No history of decreased perception of fetal movements. No history of bleeding
So,
per vaginum.
what could be the causes for pain abdomen? Her complaints pain lower abdomen past 2 hours. What could be the causes for pain? What could be the causes for pain?
If she's nearing delivery, maybe because of that, she's entering a stage of labor, perhaps.
Huh?
Maybe she's entering the stage of labor, onset of labor.
Onset of labor, she said.
So, how
Onset
will
of labor.
Priya, could you keep any earphones and keep the mic near you?
Yeah, I have earphones with me. I'm speaking into my earphones only.
how will you differentiate? Is it a true labor pain or false labor pain? How will you differentiate?
Hmm.
What history you will ask to differentiate between true labor pain from false labor pain? What are the characteristics of true labor pain?
I'm not sure. Luckily, I'll ask.
Anyone?
Anyone else?
Ma'am, cervix will dilate, ma'am.
Nature of the contraction?
Uh, Nature of contraction will be
Brain
regular
contraction?
and rhythmic, ma'am. Regular and rhythmic.
How often? How many? Frequency?
Ma'am,
Everything you should tell.
Ma'am, frequency is like 3 contractions in 10 minutes, ma'am.
Very good. Each lasting for?
45 seconds.
Very good.
And
Uterine contraction will be associated with
increase in pressure, ma'am.
so that there is dilatation of the cervix.
Cervix. Yes,
So
ma'am.
true labor pain will be associated with a show. It will not
Show,
be
yes,
relieved,
ma'am.
it will not be relieved by rest.
Yes, ma'am.
It will not be relieved by giving the laxatives. What are the other causes? Uterus is not acting. No, only pain abdomen. She is in term. Only pain abdomen. Nothing else. So other than labor pain, what could be the other causes? Just tell me one cause.
And false labor pain, ma'am.
Yes, false labor pain, or it could be due to urinary tract infection also. You should rule out UTI. Okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Yes, present.
Yes, ma'am. No history of burning micturition, no history of swelling in legs, no history of blurring of vision, no history of epigastric pain, menstrual history. The patient has attained menarche at 13 years and 4 to 5 days of menstrual bleed in a 30-day cycle, regular, normal flow, no clots, no dysmenorrhea. Obstetric history, marital life 5 years, no consanguineous marriage, no history of usage of any oral contraceptive pills, conceived spontaneously after first marriage, first pregnancy history, the fetus had a history of fetal distress, full term LSCS was done, the female baby was delivered which is currently 2 years of age, birth weight 2.9 kg, delivered at an upgraded primary health center.
Wait. So what are the types of cesarean section? Hello?
Hello, Sabya, anyone, Sabya or Ria, anyone please respond.
Sabya?
Ma'am, no idea, ma'am. Sorry, ma'am.
What are the types of cesarean section? So she is a case of previous LSCS. Is it low risk or high risk pregnancy?
High risk, ma'am.
So it's a post cesarean pregnancy. So what is the advice you will give? Why it is important? So it's a high risk pregnancy. What are all the complications we can expect starting from first trimester?
spontaneous abortion could be
Wait. Let them know. What are all the complications we can expect in case of post-cesarean pregnancy?
Ma'am, due to the surgical scar, there may be a adhesion of the bladder. Like,
In
due
first,
to the
during first trimester, what are all the what are all the complications we can expect? Trimester wise, you tell. First trimester, they may go for abortion, spontaneous abortion. Second and third trimester, what are all the complications?
anomalies could be.
Why anomalies in post-cesarean pregnancy? In particular to cesarean, previous cesarean, they may go for preterm labor. Is it audible? Hello?
Yes, ma'am, it's audible. Sabya, it's audible only, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, yes. Yeah, please ensure that.
This is a clinical discussion. It's not theory class. When I ask something, you should respond.
Tell something, even if you
Tell
don't.
something. If you don't know, you tell just don't know. So because of previous scar, morbidity is increased. Okay? There is more chances for operative interference. What are the other complications? Because of cesarean scar.
preterm labor,
Placenta,
maybe.
yes, preterm labor, yes. Placenta previa.
Placenta previa.
Ah,
Adherent placenta.
yes, very good. Adherent placenta.
Postpartum hemorrhage.
Yes, postpartum hemorrhage. They may go for peripartum hysterectomy also. Then, why do we bother about post-cesarean pregnancy? There is an increased risk of scar rupture. Yes.
Okay, ma'am. So the baby is currently 2 years. Postpartum period, no history of puerperal fever or any sepsis. Exclusively breastfed for.
Why do you ask the history? No history of puerperal sepsis, no history of fever.
To rule out infection.
Why it is important? Why it is important? So, history of puerperal sepsis, history of fever during postpartum, that is puerperal period, it may cause weakening of the scar. That's why you should ask history of any fever in the postpartum period, history of. So, what are all the? How do you elicit that history? History of sepsis in the postnatal period. What are all the leading questions you have to ask? Number one, history of fever. Number two,
pain in the lower abdomen.
Pain, and most important
Discharge.
is discharge, lochia, that foul smelling lochia. History of wound discharge. History of any resuturing. Hospital stay. How many days they stayed, everything is important. So it will cause weakening of the scar. Okay?
Right.
So what are the types of scar? I have asked, no one replied. What are the types of scar? It may be lower segment cesarean section or commonest is which one?
Classical
upper side. Hysterectomy scar.
Upper segment is called classical. When will you do classical cesarean section? When will you do classical cesarean section? Name, just tell two indications. Always lowest cesarean section means lowest segment cesarean section, LSCS. When will you do? Or name two indications of classical cesarean section.
Ma'am, if lower segment cannot be approached, then
Because of? Because of?
uh,
Preterm labor.
No. When lower
ma'am,
segment is not able to, that is
not
not approachable because of previous cesarean, previous surgeries, because of dense adhesions.
ma'am,
We have
cancer cervix is also one indication.
yes. CS cervix, cancer cervix, complicating pregnancy. We have to do classical cesarean section. And when the lower segment is not able to read because of previous surgeries, dense adhesions, we have to put incision over the upper uterine segment. When there is tumor like a fibroid sitting in the lower uterine segment, lower segment is not able to reach. In that case, no other way, we have to put incision over the upper uterine segment. So the commonest, that is cancer cervix complicating pregnancy, and when the lower uterine segment is not able to reach because of tumor occupying the lower uterine segment and because of dense adhesions, we have to do classical cesarean section. Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
So, a risk of scar rupture is more in third trimester. That is, during pregnancy, the risk of scar rupture is more in classical cesarean section. Lower segment cesarean section scar, the risk of scar rupture is usually it will occur during labor. Classical cesarean section scar, hysterectomy scar, myomectomy scar rupture will occur even during late pregnancy. Okay.
Sure.
So the incidence of scar rupture is less in lower segment cesarean section compared to hysterectomy scar and the classical cesarean section scar. The incidence is about 0.2 to 1.5% in LSCS scar. The risk is more in classical. The incidence is 4 to 9%. Yes.
Okay. The baby developed the milestones normal and immunized till date. Second pregnancy. The patient has conceived after 3 years of first pregnancy. The pregnancy is booked. First trimester. No history of excessive vomiting.
What do you mean by booked? Pranesh, what do you mean by booked?
Unmute and speak. Hello.
Monica. Sai Shruti.
Ma'am, good morning, ma'am.
Monica, what do you mean by booked?
Ma'am, when the female comes...
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Hello?
Yes, speak. Yes.
Ma'am, when the woman comes for confirming the pregnancy, at the time we
how many antenatal visits in low risk cases? How many?
Ma'am, in the first 7 months.
Yes, 7 months.
1 visit per month, ma'am.
Okay.
And then in the 8th month, 2 visits. And then in the 9th month,
15 days till 36 weeks.
Yes, ma'am.
Beyond 36 weeks?
Once a week, ma'am.
Till term. This is for normal pregnancy, low risk pregnancy. In high risk pregnancy, like previous LSCS, anemia complicating pregnancy, heart disease complicating pregnancy, pre-eclampsia, the visits should be instead of once in a month.
Maybe the frequency should be increased.
Instead of once in a month, once in 15 days, starting from early trimester. Okay? Not every month, once in 15 days.
Okay.
Shall I continue?
Yes.
No history of pain in the abdomen or bleeding PV. Folic acid prophylaxis taken during first trimester. No history of any drug intake. No history of radiation exposure. Second trimester, quickening felt in the 5th month. Iron and calcium supplements are given. 2 doses of tetanus toxoid with the interval of 4 weeks was given. Third trimester, no history of bleeding or leak per vaginum. No history of pedal edema. And past history, no history of hypertension. You can close that. Past history, no history of hypertension, diabetes mellitus, epilepsy, TB, asthma or heart disease. No history of blood transfusion. Surgical history, no significant surgical history except previous LSCS, dilatation and curettage done in the past. Family history, no history of multiple pregnancies.
When it was done?
During the first pregnancy, before 3 years.
That is before the...
She has conceived after 3 years after first delivery.
Okay. So she is a case of...
previous LSCS.
With... Why dilatation and curettage was done? Was it abortion or any gynec problem?
To increase... cervix was not permitting and... so increase
any history of abortion? I want to know that. Any history of abortion, previous abortion? No. No, because you have told abortion is 0.
0.
So where it is? Why you are telling dilatation and curettage done in the past? When?
By I removed the abortion.
Okay.
Actually, abortion was that.
Okay, go ahead.
Family history, no history of multiple pregnancy, no history of congenital anomalies. Personal history, diet mixed, appetite good, bowel and bladder regular habits. General examination, patient is conscious, coherent, moderately built and nourished. Height is 150 centimeters, weight is 64 kgs. Pallor present, no icterus, cyanosis, clubbing, lymphadenopathy or pedal edema. Vitals, temperature is febrile, pulse is 82 per minute. Blood pressure is 110 systolic and 70 diastolic. CVS examination, S1 and S2 heard. No abnormal sounds or no murmurs. Respiratory system, bilateral air entry present, clear and equal on both sides. Per abdomen, uterus previous LSCS scar visible. Uterus uniformly enlarged to size corresponding
previous to LSCS is transverse scar or vertical scar?
Transverse scar visible, ma'am.
Suprapubic, you have to tell suprapubic, transverse scar, otherwise phalansteal scar.
Okay. Suprapubic transverse scar visible. Uterus uniformly enlarged to size corresponding.
Is it a healthy scar? Any keloid, any...
no keloid, no stria albicans are visible.
So the uterine wound, how does it heal?
Priya.
Or Monica?
Anyone, please.
How does the wound heal? Riya?
Anyone, please unmute.
Anyone?
Anyone, please. Please unmute.
Ma'am,
how does it heal? Uterine wound.
Apposition, ma'am, by muscles and connective
tissues. So the healing of the wound is by
imperfect apposition of the cut margins.
No. I'm not asking that. Normal. I am asking normal healing of wound.
Okay.
By muscles and connective tissues. So when will improper healing will occur? What are the causes for improper healing? So we are worried about, we are going to allow the patient for vaginal delivery. So what are the causes for improper healing?
Surgical
there is imperfect apposition of margins is there.
Yes.
Then presence of sepsis.
Yes.
Presence of hematoma.
Imperfect apposition of cut margin, number 1. Number 2,
presence of sepsis.
Yes, sepsis or hematoma formation. Number 3,
Improper
Excessive
deprivation of
stretching.
fluid.
Excessive stretching of the lower segment.
Excessive stretching, that is overstretching. Because of that,
Overstretching.
there will be
Dilatation of the skull.
poor vascularity. So it will
Vascularity.
prevent healing. And general condition of the patient, that is poor nutrition, also one of the cause for improper healing. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. So when will you say sound scar? What do you mean by sound scar? Where will you expect, in LSCS segment, lower segment cesarean section scar or classical? Where will you get the sound scar?
Lower segment scar is
How
more
will you find out the integrity, scar integrity?
with its ability to withstand any strain of a future pregnancy.
Can you, yes, can you make out that? Can you make out that integrity, scar integrity? If so, when? We can make out the scar integrity before pregnancy. Before she becomes pregnant, we can, by histogram, ultrasonogram, we have to see if the depression is more than 5 millimeters, scar integrity is not good. Okay?
Fine.
Okay. So that we can expect the scar integrity is good, otherwise a sound scar in LSAS lower segment cesarean section compared to classical cesarean section. Why? It will not be proper in classical cesarean section. Why?
Because it is more towards the midline of the abdomen.
Which one? Which one?
Classical. Lower segment scar will be more towards the
Lower segment scar will be in the lower uterine segment. So the cut margins are thin compared to classical cesarean section. The incision will be in the upper segment where the muscle fibers are thick. So here lower segment cesarean section, we can expect the perfect opposition of the cut margin. But there classical cesarean section, the approximation will not be proper because of thick muscle fiber. Okay?
Right.
So there will be spaces, lacuna in the classical cesarean section. Number two, lower segment cesarean, that part is inert. It's not active. Whereas in upper uterine segment, it will be contracting and retracting. So it will disturb the wound healing. Okay? Monica?
Yes, ma'am.
So that stretching effect is perpendicular to the scar in case of classical cesarean section, the stretching effect. But here lower uterine segment, the stretching effect is along the line of the scar. Okay? The placental implantation, usually normally where will the placenta get implantation? Normally, it will not be in the lower uterine segment. So there won't be weakening of the scar in LSCS. Whereas in classical cesarean section, the implantation will take place in the upper segment. So because of that, weakening of the scar will be there in classical cesarean section. Okay? Yes, proceed.
Yes, ma'am. On palpation, fundal height was corresponding to 36 weeks, and so fundal grip is hard, round, and independently ballotable, suggestively head presenting, and lateral grip back felt on the left side, limbal bulge felt on the right side, and then uterus was irritable, scar tenderness was present. Clinically, liquor was adequate. Auscultation, fetal heart sound heard at left spino-umbilical line, regular with 142 per minute, and cervix and a vagina healthy. PV cervix 50%.
So only abdomen examination enough.
Okay, ma'am.
So from history, what is the indication for previous indication?
Previous indication.
For LSCS. What is the indication for previous
It was fetal distress.
fetal distress? So is it recurrent indication or non-recurrent indication?
Anyone? Sabya or Ria, please.
Monica?
Please keep yourself unmuted and tell something.
Monica or Sabia? Ria?
It could be a recurrent indication. I mean, I'm guessing a recurrent
So
indication
fetal
means
distress is it
next
recurrent
pregnancy
indication
again
or
we'll have
non-recurrent
to
indication?
maybe recurrent indication.
Huh?
I'm not sure.
You're
Maybe
not
recurrent indication. I'm not sure, ma'am.
What do you mean by recurrent indication?
That, for example, if we saw the indication in first pregnancy, we can expect the same indication in the second
So
pregnancy also.
name one. So here the indication Sarath told fetal distress. So it will not come in this pregnancy. So it's non-recurrent indication. So only recurrent indication is contracted pelvis.
Okay, ma'am. Understood.
Others like breach, fetal distress, abruption, these are the non-recurrent indication. Okay. Yes, on pervaginal examination.
What are the recurrent?
Recurrent indication is the contracted pelvis. So if the previous section was done for contracted pelvis, again she will go for cesarean section. So that is the recurrent indication. Contracted pelvis.
Okay, ma'am.
If it is done for breach, it's not recurrent indication. It's non-recurrent indication. This time she may be in cephalic presentation. Okay. So periabdominal examination, you have to find out the tenderness in the any scar tenderness. So you have to palpate in the lower uterine segment to look for scar tenderness. What do you mean by scar dehiscence?
Upon the
What do you mean by scar dehiscence? Impending scar rupture.
in the third trimester, upon expecting the delivery, we can see that the scar is getting slowly separated
So what are all the,
against becoming weak and very tender.
so how will you make out? How will you make out?
How to manage?
That we will see when we allow for VBAC. When we allow for a trial of labor, we will see.
Pain will be present during dehiscence.
So her due date is usually when will you admit the previous LSCS case? When will you admit? If there is no associated complications, when will you admit the patient? She has come to ANOP. Her due date is 26/6. Today is 16/6. Will you admit or not? No risk factors. Just a case of previous LSCS in term gestation. Will you admit or not? Monica? Ria?
Maybe we'll admit 3-4 days before the expected date, just to be careful.
Usually, when will you admit? Previous post-cesarean pregnancy, when will you admit?
38 weeks, ma'am.
Yes, 38 weeks. Why? Why should you admit? To plan for delivery. To assess the gestational age, and you have to plan the line of management. That's why we have to admit post-cesarean pregnancy at 38 weeks. Suppose if there is any history of hysterectomy, any history of myomectomy, when will you admit? Or any associated obstetrical complications like preeclampsia,
36 weeks itself.
Malpresentation. We should admit at 36 weeks.
36.
Yes. So only lower segment cesarean section, there is post-cesarean pregnancy, no risk factors, no complications, 38 weeks. Other associated obstetric complications, any how will you manage?
Anyone can just tell your opinion.
How will you manage?
Just unmute and tell something.
Or you tell you just name.
Can you repeat the question?
Satyapriya. Yes, yes. Ria.
Keep the mic near you. Keep the mic near you and speak.
Ria.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Monica. Ria, yes. How will you manage? She has been admitted for safe confinement. G2, P1, L1, previous LSES term. What do you mean by term gestation? What do you mean by term gestation? What do you mean by preterm? What do you mean by postterm?
Ma'am,
Ma'am,
37
is
to
less than
42
37 weeks.
weeks.
Yes?
Ma'am, term pregnancy is from 37 week to 42 week of
37
pregnancy.
to 42 weeks, completed weeks. Preterm is
Yes.
before
30, before 37 and
postterm is
post-term
beyond
is
42
after
weeks.
42.
So now she is term gestation. How will you manage? We have admitted that patient. How will you manage? What investigation you will do? What is your plan of management? So we have to do all basic investigation. Yes, tell Sarath.
Yes, ma'am. The management is as the scar is weak, and then if you are waiting for labor, the scar can.
No. First, what will you do? She is a gravidator, para 1, live 1, 37 weeks, 38 weeks gestation. You have admitted that patient. She is in the ward. What will you do? First, do
basic
investigations. Then,
and then look for fetal.
What do you mean by basic investigation?
Urine albumin, and then USG to check the fetal.
First, blood investigation, urine investigation. That is urine examination. You has told blood investigation.
Blood sugar.
Starting from complete hemogram to know the hemoglobin, blood sugar, grouping, typing.
Just in case give blood transfusion, so everything.
Then ultrasonogram to know the fetal maturity, to know the Likert status. Then we have to, what was the previous birth weight?
2.9 kg.
2.9. Now also you have to assess the baby weight, estimated baby. How will you assess the fetal weight? What formula? How will you assess the fetal weight? What is that formula called? Johnson's formula. Hello? Monica? So you have to assess the pelvis, you have to assess the fetal weight. Can you allow for a trial of labor, this patient?
Anyone please respond, please. You can move fast.
Can you allow for a trial of labor? Yes, anyone? You call anyone?
Sabya. Priya, anyone?
Ma'am, actually, I don't know what is trial of labor. That's why I'm not able to answer.
You don't know what?
This case is
I don't know what is trial of labor.
Yes, I am telling. This case is post-cesarean pregnancy. No need to do repeat cesarean section for all cases. We have to select some cases for vaginal delivery. That is called trial of labor or VBAC, vaginal birth after cesarean section.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so we have to select the cases. So that's why we have to ask about the previous indication. Suppose if it is done for contracted pelvis, no question of trial of labor. That is giving a chance for vaginal delivery. That is a trial of labor in case of already scarred uterus.
Yes.
So if it is contracted pelvis, ruled out. She is a case for repeat section. If it is done for non-recurrent indications like
Fetal
our
distress.
case, fetal distress, breach, abruption, we can give her a chance for vaginal delivery because the morbidity is less in vaginal delivery compared to operative delivery, cesarean delivery. So for that, so today topic is post-cesarean pregnancy. So we have what are the predictors of successful vaginal delivery? So number one, first it should have been done for non-recurrent indications. For example, fetal distress. Yes, we can allow this patient for trial of labor. Trial of labor means we are going to give her chance for vaginal delivery. That's all.
Okay.
If there is any history of prior vaginal delivery before cesarean section, yes, it's a good predictor. Number two, that the pelvis should be adequate. Gynecoid, good gynecoid pelvis. Number four, the
Good
baby
presentation.
weight, baby weight, average fetal weight. There should not be any macrosomia. Then presentation is
Normal.
cephalic
Cephalic
presentation. If the patient is getting spontaneous pain, it's a good predictor. So these are the predictors for vaginal birth, that is giving a trial of labor. I have asked you what is scar dehiscence. Scar dehiscence means thinning of the scar. We can make out only during repeat cesarean section. So what is scar dehiscence? Anyone?
Thinning out of the scar.
Yes.
Thinning out
Thinning
of
of
the
the scar.
without.
That is impending scar rupture. It's a thinning of the scar or asymptomatic separation without involving the peritoneum.
Okay.
Indication
Okay.
for immediate LSCS.
Suppose if the patient is having pain when we allow for trial of labor, if she is having suprapubic pain, that I will tell during management, that is during VBAC. So scar dehiscence means asymptomatic separation or thinning of the scar without involvement of the peritoneum. Okay.
Okay.
So how will you conduct trial of labor in case of post-cesarean pregnancy?
Priya, could you consolidate what points now we have discussed until now?
Yeah, we have to check the integrity of the scar, and then if the previous delivery was surgery was due to recurrent indications or non-recurrent indications. If the pelvic is adequate for the fetus, and
Louder, please.
Keep the mic near you.
if the pelvis is adequate for the fetus,
Pelvis is adequate for the
Okay,
fetal
okay.
delivery.
Baby should be average size baby. Pelvis
and
should be
fetal,
adequate.
yeah, appropriate fetal weight should be there. No pain or
So
abdominal
based on
bleeding.
this, we have to select the cases for trial of labor. Okay. So what are the contraindications?
For VBAC.
Yes, for trial of labor, contraindications.
If she's had more than 2 lower segment cesarean section.
That is indication is only one previous scar. Only one previous lower segment cesarean scar. Yes, we can select that patient. Okay. And it should be cephalic presentation.
Cephalic present.
Trial of labor
cephalic.
or VBAC should be done at tertiary care where anesthesia, theatre, blood bank facilities available. We should get informed consent. Contraindications for trial of labor: previous classical cesarean section, previous hysterectomy. We should not choose that case. Previous myomectomy, or any difficulties, previous difficulties during cesarean section like inverted. That's why we have to see the previous discharge summary. Suppose if there is any inverted T-shaped incision or extension into the broad ligament, they are not suitable for trial of labor. Yes, contraindication. So contraindication for trial of labor is previous more than one scar, or previous hysterectomy scar, previous myomectomy scar, previous classical cesarean section scar. If the pelvis is not all right, if she is not, that is any associated complications like twin gestation, preeclampsia, placenta previa.
If this previous uterine rupture,
Yes.
Previous uterine rupture, is it
Previous uterine rupture, rent closure done, yes, contraindication. Only one previous scar only we have to select that case. Yes, now this case, she has come under that selection, that is indicated case. Now we are going to, she is having pain, we are allowing for trial of labor or VBAC. So how will you monitor that patient? So we have to monitor very carefully both mother and baby. So how will you monitor? She is getting good uterine contraction. She is in early labor. IV line, that is put Venflon. Already blood grouping we know. Just reserve 1 or 2 units of blood. Keep it as reserve. Hourly pulse should be monitored. Any case of thinning of the scar dehiscence, the first indication is tachycardia, maternal tachycardia. So hourly pulse chart should be monitored. Continuous fetal heart rate monitoring should be there. In case of that is for VBAC, we are allowing her for successful vaginal delivery. In case of any fetal distress like bradycardia, any variable deceleration, any deceleration, variable or late deceleration, we have to do. We have to terminate her immediately. So in that case, we have to do emergency cesarean section. Okay. Then if cervical dilatation is more than 4 centimeter, we have to put a partogram. Monitor the uterine contraction. Monitor the fetal heart rate. Monitor her vitals. Like hydration should be at any time we have to do cesarean section in case of fetal distress. So nil oral. Okay. What is first stage of labor? What is second stage of labor? What is third stage of labor? For VBAC, the second stage of labor should be cut short by outlet forceps or vacuum. So from onset of true labor pain till full cervical dilatation is the first stage. Second stage, from full cervical dilatation till the delivery of the baby is the second stage.
Expulsion of fetus.
Yes, delivery of the, not expulsion, delivery of the baby. So we have to cut short the second stage in order to prevent the maternal strain. Third stage is after delivery of the baby till delivery of placental delivery. Okay. So after the delivery of the baby, what you have to do? Yes, we have done the cut short. We have cut short the second stage, baby delivered. Then the routine and still should be followed. Active management of third stage of labor. So after the placental delivery, we should not palpate the lower uterine segment as a routine. Okay. Monica, Arya,
Are you there? Anyone?
is it audible? Suppose in case of
Yes,
difficult
ma'am.
placental delivery, in case of bleeding is severe bleeding only, we have to palpate. Otherwise, we should not do the palpation of the lower uterine segment as a routine procedure. Yes, we are allowing her for trial of labor or VBAC. What are the findings for that is yes, she is having scar dehiscence. She is what are the findings? So during the if she is having maternal tachycardia, if there is fetal distress like fetal bradycardia in the continuous fetal monitoring, or if there is any deceleration, if there is bleeding PV, blood stained urine, or fetal part is receding, we have to terminate the immediate by doing emergency cesarean section. If everything is all right, delivery, we have conducted the delivery, then it is the successful vaginal delivery. So indications for emergency cesarean section when we allow for VBAC, threatening scar rupture. So the threatening scar rupture, how will you find out? There will be suprapubic bulge, there will be suprapubic tenderness, fetal tachycardia or bradycardia, maternal tachycardia, excessive bleeding PV, blood-stained urine, receding the presenting part. Yes, scar has given way. We have to do immediate emergency cesarean section. Okay?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Third stage over, placental deliver, no bleeding, uterus is firm, contracted. Just observe her, monitor her vitals. Suppose if there is any excessive bleeding, you have to continue the massage, uterine massage. If the bleeding is more, then we have to, when will you say it's a PPH? If the blood loss is more than
More than 500.
500 ml, it's called, yes, postpartum hemorrhage. Then we have to manage the postpartum hemorrhage. Otherwise, the bleeding is minimal. We have conducted the trial of that is successful vaginal delivery VBAC. Yes, it's a successful. Or if it is, if there is any fact that is findings necessitating for emergency cesarean section, it's not successful vaginal delivery. Our aim is mother and baby should be in good condition. Okay.
Okay, right. Anyone?
Hello. Hello. So the take home message is, if the cesarean section done for recurrent indication like contracted pelvis and now the baby size is more, that is major CPD, we have to do repeat cesarean section. If the mother is elderly primary, that is more than 35 years with obstetric complication like twins, placenta previa, preeclampsia, or diabetes complicating, any other associated complications, we have to do repeat cesarean section. If there is no obstetric complication, if it is done for non-recurrent indication, if the baby is average size baby, pelvis is normal, we can allow her for TOL or trial of labor or vaginal birth after cesarean section. So it's conducted to be conducted only in tertiary care where anesthesia, immediate neonatal, that is 24/7 functioning tertiary care hospital only, it should be conducted. We have to get informed consent. We have to select the cases. Okay. Okay, Ria? Any doubt, any questions?
Hello, unmute and
Hello,
tell.
unmute and tell. What's the time?
11:30.
Any questions?
Any? Ria, oh, unmute yourselves.
No, I don't have any questions as of now.
Yeah, yes.
Anyone else has any questions they can ask? I
Yeah.
don't have.
Okay, then no one is having questions. Shall we close the class?
So before closing, what is the
Yes, I
Johnson
think you can
formula?
close.
What is the Johnson formula? Before we close our session, what is the Johnson's formula? What is the Johnson's formula? So it's used to, it gives
Find out the fetal weight.
yes, baby weight. What is it? You have to
Fetal
repeat
weight
out.
in grams.
Height and
Fetal
weight.
weight in grams. Fetal weight in grams is equal to fundal height in centimeters minus n
Ischel.
into 155 into n. And n denotes is equal
Number
to,
of
okay,
ischels.
and n is a lot of
Fundal
numbers.
height in
Yeah, number of
centimeter minus
N.
n.
minus.
N. N.
What do you mean by n?
It's a
Ischel. Number of
particular
ischels.
n constant n.
No.
There are various numbers where n is equal to 13 when presenting part is above ischial spine.
Station of head.
N is equal to
Yes.
12
So
when presenting
how
part
will
is
you calculate the station of the head?
based on the level of the presenting part with respect
Yeah,
to the
in
ischial
relation to
spine.
scale spine. Yes. When the head
In
is engaged.
suboischial,
Yes. Yes, tell. When the
in
head is engaged,
suboischial, yes,
when
ma'am.
the head is not engaged.
Okay.
Fundal height in centimeter minus 11 multiplied by
11, okay.
155. What is 155? Which is a constant. It gives grams in weight. If it is unengaged, if it is engaged, so then only the number varies. Okay? When it is engaged, minus 11, when it is unengaged, minus 12. That's all. What is McDonald's rule? To know the gestational age in weeks or months. Have you heard? McDonald's rule, Negle's rule, Johnson's formula. These three commonly you should know. What is Negle's rule?
So calculate
find
the
out
date of
To calculate the
expected date of delivery in
Date
case
of
of 28 to 30
delivery.
menstrual cycle. From the previous last menstrual period, you should add 9 months plus 7 days.
or count back for 3 months, minus 3 months, add 7 days.
Minus 7 months.
So to know the expected date of delivery is Negle's rule. To assess the fetal weight is the Johnson's formula. To know the gestational age in weeks or months is the McDonald's rule. Okay?
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. She's telling okay.
Okay.
Voice is feeble.
Voice is
feeble. She's not speaking.
Okay.
what is the
Is it
next
clear
class?
now?
What is next class?
Next
Today
tomorrow
or
is
next
presentation
OG
lab
class?
presented. Today afternoon we
Chief
have
class, morning class, I'm asking you have to present case scenario. You are not going to examine the patient, just to prepare one case scenario according to the case. For example, anemia, G2P1, hemoglobin 8 grams, just like then only it's a discussion.
today we will allot units and then we will inform the day of unit.
Okay, ma'am.
That unit people should.
Yeah. Today it will be done. All 60 of the whole E and F batch will be separated into units. All 6 days case presentation from every unit.
So usually morning class will be taken, that is case discussion by professors. Thank you. Any doubts?
Yes,
Any?
ma'am.
Yes or no?
No, ma'am. No one.
No.
No doubt.
No, ma'am.
Yes.
No, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, ma'am.
Thank you so much.